Welcome to Drame Tax and Associate LLC. Hello everyone. Thanks for joining me once again for another video of a 2022 tax education and information. My goal is to bring you the most up-to-date and accurate information so you can be informed with the cleared and accurate information to make the wise tax decisions. My name is Ibrahima Drame and I am professional tax prepared. I prepared both personal and the business taxes for all 50 states. First, if anyone interested in my service, here's my direct contact number, 347-575-5114. My email is drame1045@yahoo.com. Free consultation is available upon your request. Today is a Saturday, January 21st, 2023. Our topic and discussion are going to be three areas. Please watch all those three areas to get the most benefit and understanding of this topic we are going to talk about. First topic, what is a child tax credit? Second, what is the additional child tax credit? Third, the differences between them. And the fourth, the rules to be qualified for child tax credit. This is a very important credit. Is given to low-income people to help themselves with the family. We're going to explain everything to you. Please pay attention and listen to all three parts to have a full understanding. Thanks for joining me once again. And this is a part 3 of the discussion. We are talking about what is a child tax credit, rule and regulations. So now, if you haven't watched the part 1 and part 2, I will highly ask you to watch those two parts to have a fully understanding what we're talking about. So now we are going to talk about explanations and example of what is the difference between a credit and a deductions. So this is very important to pay attention. You will have a clear understanding of it. So first we're going to talk about what is a credit. There's a big difference and a big benefit of difference. So a credit is a dollar for dollar reduction of an income tax owed. Very simple. Dollar for dollar reduction of income tax you owe to the IRS. Okay, for example, this scenario is me, Ibrahima. I worked last year, and then I was giving both child tax credit and earned income credit. And then let's see how those numbers gonna play out. So I am Ibrahima, and my filing status, it will be head of household. I'm filing my taxes for 2022, and I'm filing for 2023. With the one child, I have one child, okay? So number 3, my income last year, W-2 income, is a $20,550, and within that $20,550, my tax bracket for that is a 12%. Remember, every income you make, you have to fit into a certain tax bracket. So this, this income that I made, so the tax bracket for that is a 12%. So number 5, this is what we're gonna do. So we take that, 20,550, we'll multiply by 12%. So the tax liability for that 20,550 I should pay to the government is a 2,466 is my tax liability. Okay. So here's a interesting part. I should put that number. I qualify for earned income credit and the child tax credit. When you put those two numbers together, the credit that I receive is a 5,660 CTC and EIC. Okay. Again, $2,000. When you minus $2,000 out of this number, I think there will be 3,160. So let's just say for the benefit of this exercise, my credit is 5,660. So now this is what I do. Number 7. So we take my tax liability, which is 2,466. We minus that from 5,660, and then of course the equal is 3,194. That's the refund I'm going to get because the child tax credit that I qualify and earned income credit that I qualified. So I think you have a clear understanding. Just because I received the credit, even I make the $20,000, okay, and then my tax bracket fit in the 12%, and this is amount of taxes 2466 I'm supposed to pay the government, but the government give me two important credit, child tax credit and earned income credit. So those two credit, the total is a 5,660. Then we minus that credit from the my tax liability, and then the refund I will get is 3,194. Now let's go back to let's go to the deduction part, and then you will see the huge difference between them. Now let's talk about deductions and simple definitions. What is a tax deductions? Tax deduction reduce the taxable income before you calculate the tax you owe. Simple. Okay, so for example, scenario number 2, I Ibrahima Drame, and work as a W2 employee 2022. I'm filing my taxes for 2023. Okay, so my filing status is a single. Let me bring the mouse right here. Single with no child. So this scenario right here, this deduction part, I have no child because deduction is given to me, and then that's what I'm going to take. Okay, so my income for 2022 is a 20,550 as a W2 income. This is an amount of money that I made. Okay, now the government gave me deduction, which is 5,660. I don't know if you notice it. This deduction they give it to me is the same amount of credit that I receive in this scenario number 1 right here. So this 5,660 tax deduction is given to me. Okay, so now what we're gonna do at number 4, we take the 20,000, our income 20,550, we minus from 5,660. So the taxable income left is a 14,890 taxable income. So this is our taxable income. Okay, so again this taxable income right here, when you look at the tax bracket our checklist, we still fall on the 12% tax bracket. So see the tax bracket is worked between a certain number and certain number. So your tax your tax deduction might bring your taxable income. You must still fall within same tax bracket if it doesn't bring it down by lot. So again 12%, that's our tax bracket. That's what we're going to apply to pay taxes. So we take number 6, we take that 14,890, we multiply by 12%, which is the tax bracket. I should put the percentage right here. I'm sorry I didn't do that. It's a typo. So then tax liability for that is $1,786. Okay, here's the difference. When you look right here, scenario number 1, 20,000, right? By 12%, the tax liability for that is a 2,466. But just because our income, goes down by 5,660, that'll bring our tax liability by some number. So tax liability here is a 1,786. Okay, so how would we know the difference is we save here and the credit? Look below number 7. So the tax we save, right? What we're gonna do, it take the that 2,000, which you were supposed to pay straight scenario number 1, 2,466. We minus that from 1,786, which is this deduction scenario, and then we only save the only taxes we save is a 680. I don't know if you see, it's not a lot. So the 680 we save that in taxes, and tax here we got a lot, 5,660, and we minus that from our even this by lot 2,466. We still got the refund. So I think this demonstration tell you one thing: there is a clear without any ambiguity. The credit is a much superior than the deduction, but that's not always the case. I must say that sometimes when you get like a big deduction, right, that too can also reduce your tax liability by almost same amount as a credit. For example, let's say one work that made a 20,000 550, right? Then you receive the standard deduction, which is I think is close to 19,400. So that's gonna wipe your income almost completely. So you're almost gonna have like a zero tax liability, or maybe like a couple of hundred. So that if you have a child or children, whatever credit that is given to you, you will get the everything except whatever portion that left to pay that tax liability. And so I hope I'm in this video, those 3 part video is helpful. Is part number 1, number 2, and number 3. Please watch all of them. all of them, and then we'll have understanding. Once again, my name is Ibrahim Adrame. I am a personal income tax preparer and the businesses. So if you need any tax services, whether individual taxes, business taxes, tax planning, tax strategies, any issue with the taxes, just call me. My number is 347-575-5114, and my email is drame 1045 at yahoo.com. I appreciate for joining me once again, and then until next time, Assalamu alaikum.